What's up, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be diving into the fascinating world of AI chatbots. I'm going to explain what they are, how they work, the benefits of using them, and we're even going to create a basic customer support chatbot. Whether you're a business owner, a tech enthusiast, or just curious about AI, this beginner's guide is designed to give you a solid understanding of what AI chatbots are and how they're transforming our digital interactions. Let's get started. So if you're new around here, I'm Daniel, and I'm currently building an AI automation agency. I try to provide a real, raw look into building the business from scratch. So if you like that kind of stuff, definitely leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Also, if you want an update on where I am with the business, be sure to stick around until the end. Now with that out of the way, let's get into it. AI chatbots are software applications that use artificial intelligence to understand and respond to human language. They can chat with users, answer questions, provide recommendations, and even perform tasks, all in a conversational way. Let's break down how these chatbots actually work. So it starts with the user's input, which could be anything from a question to a command, and then the chatbot breaks that down and processes it using natural language processing, or NLP for short. And then it generates a response, sends that response to the user, and then the user can then either generate a new response or end the conversation there. It's pretty simple. Now, why are chatbots important? For businesses, they offer 24/7 customer service, handle large volumes of queries, and improve customer engagement. For users, they provide quick, interactive, and personalized responses. Let's put theory into practice. I'm going to show you a quick demo of creating a basic chatbot. We'll set up a chatbot that answers FAQs about a fictional coffee shop. We'll call it Java Journeys. And also, if you want the chatbot we're about to build, just comment down below and I'll just send it to you. Now, let's get into the fun stuff. So you can see here, I have the VoiceFlow dashboard open. If you don't have a VoiceFlow account, it's pretty simple to sign up. Just go to voiceflow.com, sign up. It's pretty simple. So after you've created a VoiceFlow account, you'll have a dashboard like this, and you might not have as many bots as I have. That's perfectly fine. We're just going to come up to here, click on New Assistant, enter in the assistant's name. We're going to type in Java, I can't spell today, Journeys. And then the modality, there's chat and voice. We're going to be going with chat because we're making a chat bot. And then we select our language. I'm going to select English US. Then click Continue and create assistant. So once you get to here, you can see that there's a bunch of pre-loaded in data. We don't need any of this. I'm just going to copy this and delete it, right? We don't need any of that stuff. We're going to be starting completely from scratch. All right, so just to start, we're going to create a new greeting. So we're just going to select a text, and then we're going to click here, and then we're going to enter in what we want our chatbot to actually say. So we are going to introduce ourselves. So we're going to say, hi, my name is Java, the Java Journeys AI assistant. How can I help you? Right? And the cool thing about VoiceFlow is we can just use AI to generate more greetings just like this one. So I can select generate and then generate 1, 3, or 5. Let's do 3. And then 3 new responses have been generated. And then you just click command return to enable all of them. That's fine. And then next, after we ask this question, likely we're going to have to capture a user's response, right? So we're going to have to go to listen, capture, bring in a capture step, and then we're going to capture the user's entire reply. And then we're going to store it in this variable that is local to VoiceFlow, and it's called last utterance. So after you've created the capture step, we're going to actually provide the AI's response. So we're going to have to create an AI and a response AI, which is just an AI that provides a response to the user. So we're going to enter the prompt, and there's 2 data sources. You can have an AI model, which will just think of it as just querying one of the AI models like ChatGPT or anything like that. or you can add a custom knowledge base. We have our own custom knowledge base. I haven't added it in yet, but I'll show you that here in a second. Actually, why don't I go ahead and do that now? So to query a knowledge base or to add in a knowledge base, you just come over to the side, click on content, and then you can see that we're brought to this screen, right? We're going to click on add a data source, and what we're going to do is upload a file. You can upload plain text, upload a file, you can insert a URL, so a knowledge base can just query, information on somebody's website, or include a sitemap so it can go through the entire site automatically. We're just going to upload a file, browse, and import. Then we're going to wait for the status to have this little check mark right here, and we're good to go. So now we can go back into our model, select here, click on knowledge base, enter the question that we enter the query to the knowledge base. So what we want to do is just say answer the user's last question. And you can provide any additional instructions right here. So you could do something like you are an assistant to Java journeys, and you can do X, Y, and Z. Please respond in this manner, right? But for the sake of this video, we're not going to be doing that. We're going to just keep it very, very simple. So after the AI will answer the question, we're going to have to create another message, just a generic message. Is there anything else I can help you with? Question mark. And we're going to generate some more responses. Those look fine to me. And then we're just going to loop this back to the original capture step. So you can see here that we have our greeting. Let's change this to the greeting. We have our greeting, and then it captures whatever the user's question or response is, and then we're going to query our knowledge base, and then after the answer is provided from the knowledge base, we're going to ask them if there's anything else we can help them with, and then we're just going to continue in this loop over and over and over. And now that I'm looking at this, we actually forgot to add in the user's actual query. So inside of the question, we're going to say answer the user's last question, and then we're going to put last utterance. That way we're passing whatever the user said to the actual knowledge base. That way it can query it. If the chatbot is unable to find the user's answer within the knowledge base, then you have this not found path here, and we can designate some sort of actions to happen when that takes place, right? So what we can do is we can create a talk step where I'm going to say something like, sorry, it seems I don't know the answer to that. All right, so I just inputted a little message saying, sorry, it seems that I don't know the answer to that. If you leave your name and number, one of our team members will get back to you, right? Pretty simple message, and it allows the user or the business to be able to capture the user's input, right? So we're going to have another capture step, and we're going to capture their entire reply. We can make this more granular by using things called entities and intents, which is basically entities. Think of them as the chatbot being able to pick out certain things in a user's reply. So for example, if the user replies something to this, something like leave your name and number and I'll get back to you, right? If the user replies something like, my name is Daniel and my number is 12345678990, then using an intent or using an entity, the AI will be able to pick out that this is the name and this is the number, rather than pulling this entire user query, right? So entities and intents, very cool, very important, but kind of beyond the scope of this video. So what we're actually going to do with this information, we're going to capture their entire reply, and we're just going to send that off to some backend database. So we're going to go down to dev API, and then we would be able to post, and then some API URL. So we would be able to actually send this information to a backend database if you have something like that. So you can see that the functionality can get really as powerful as you want it, and you can make as robust of a solution as you really want, or you can make it as simple as you want. Really depends on your use case, what you need, what your clients may need, things of that nature. So now I think it's actually time for us to test out this chatbot. It's pretty simple, but it does allow us to, answer a lot of frequently asked questions from the business's perspective. Hey there, I'm Java, the AI assistant for Java Journeys. What can I do for you? What's actually in this knowledge base? So I actually use this. I actually use ChatGPT to come up with this just generic frequently asked questions document. ChatGPT is amazing. If you don't use it, you should definitely be using it a lot more in your business or just to help you stay productive. But let's just see some of the things that it came up with. So what are your operating hours? Where are you located? Can I order online? Can I host an event? Sure, that's a good question. So can I host, or I'm not going to ask if I can host. I want to host an event. Perfect. We get, certainly, our space is available for private events. Please contact our events team to discuss availability and options. Is there anything else I can do for you? What are your hours? Do you need help with anything else? No. Let's say no. See, and it's good that we actually ran into this issue. You ideally, when a user says something like no, you want to stop the bot. You would want to end the conversation there, right? But we actually haven't added something like that in there. So what we're going to do is actually add an intent that picks up, which allows the chatbot to pick up if the user is saying no or getting that intention from the user. And if in that instance, then we're going to end the conversation. We're going to send one more message, and then we're going to end the conversation. So the way that we do that is we come up here to events, click on intent, drag it over to the canvas. I'm going to click on no. There are 3 default ones. There's yes, no, and fallback. I'm going to be using no. And the action is, actually, I'm not going to use an action. I'm going to just create a talk step, send a text, and the text that I'm going to say is, it was my pleasure right? So we just put, it was my pleasure to assist you. Have a great day. We're going to generate some more responses. I'm not even going to look at them. They look great. And then we're just going to end the conversation there. And it's good practice to label the boxes as to what they are and what's happening in that step, because once your bots get super complicated and super intense, you might want to navigate between different boxes, and if it just says new block 3 or new block 4, new block 5, then it's harder to differentiate and see where things are going, right? So giving them meaningful names will help you out in the long run, trust me. All right, so now that we've added our no intent, it should be able to pick that up when the user's chatting with it. So let's go back and run this. So this is a good thing as well. So every time you're using intents or entities or things of that nature, then you are going to have to train your assistant. It doesn't take a very long time. It's pretty quick, only a few seconds or so. And we're done already. See? So we're just going to click on run test, and we're going to run this test. So honestly, let's go find another question. Gift cards, what's the menu? Okay, I'm curious about the menu. Our menu includes a wide range of coffees, teas, pastries, and light bites. We also feature seasonal specials and limited time offerings. Check out our menu online for the latest selections. Great response. Is there anything else I can help you with? Let's say no. It was my pleasure to assist you. Have a great day. Thank you so much. So yeah, that's about it. We've just created a pretty simple chatbot that's able to answer anything that we've added in the knowledge base. So as you can see, the bot will only be as powerful as the information that is available in this knowledge base. So making a very robust and complete knowledge base is vital, right? So if you're working with clients, or if you are a business owner and you're trying to do this for yourself, definitely spend a good amount of time making sure that your knowledge base is accurate and very up to date and very robust. Also, one last thing before we end. I just wanted to point out that these things, you see AI response, KB, all of this information, this will not be visible when you're actually deploying or running the chatbot. This is it's because it's in debug mode. So if I remove this, this is more or less what it would look like in production, rather than having all these things here. This is just to help you get some more information, understand, token consumption, which model is actually being communicated with, and things of that nature. But just wanted to point that out in case anybody was confused as to why all this information was here. And there you have it, your first introduction to AI chatbots. This is just the tip of the iceberg. In future videos, we'll dive deeper into more complex features and use cases. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it, and don't forget to subscribe for more content just like this. Till next time. What's up, y'all? So just quick update from the business from this last week. We created 2 demos, sent those out. They were both actually customer support bots. One of them is for an e-commerce brand that sells, electronics. So theirs needed to be a bit more product focused, where they offered like some troubleshooting steps and things like that. And if it didn't, then they would process an exchange. And the other one was a moving company, and it was a more simple of a solution, kind of just simple knowledge base that we kind of saw in this video, but their knowledge base is a bit more robust, and there are a few more, there's a bit more value added in there as well. But so we sent those 2 demos off. The first one that we sent was to the e-commerce brand. They got back to us, they liked it, they were happy with it. Well, actually, I'll go back. So at first, we kind of just made it a copy of a solution that they have already, where it kind of just leads you through the conversation, and they wanted it to be a bit more conversational. So they sent it back to us. They were like, "Hey, it looks great, but we imagined it being a bit more conversational. Like, oh, this feature isn't working on this product," and then the bot would just kind of internalize that and then go find the correct information. So we got back to the drawing board, and we utilized more intents and entities to kind of understand what the user is actually saying. That way we can, make it much more conversational, like the client was requesting. So we sent that one off. He was happy with it. After we fixed it, everything, yeah, he was very happy with it. And then we got on a phone call. He said he was really interested. We talked about pricing, sent him over a proposal. Basically just hashed out our 2 pricing models. They have to decide which one they want to go with before they want to proceed. And yeah, so that's where we're at with one. And the other one hasn't gotten back to us yet. I believe he's tested it and used it a bit, because we can see the conversations on the back end. But he hasn't gotten back to us whether or not he wants to move forward or not. So that's where we are. That's the updates from the past week. So yeah, hopefully some good news going into this next week. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.